Good evening from Fox News World Headquarters. Welcome to Super Tuesday.
And the first poll closings of the night. People in 14 states head to the polls today.
And tonight, with a bonanza of delegates in play, the most states voting, the most delegates allotted, the most voters heading to the polls so far, it is easily the most important night on the election calendar.
1,357 is the number of total delegates that are at stake tonight in these states. A candidate needs 1,991 to seal the deal and secure the Democratic nomination.
That means 68% of the delegates needed to win this thing are up for grabs tonight. The two most delegate-rich states, the state of Texas with 228 and California with a whopping 415 delegates.
Here's how the race stands right now. Senator Bernie Sanders, going into today, leads the pack with 60 delegates. Former Vice President Joe Biden on his heels with 54. Army of correspondents out there spread across the country. We're going to get to them in just a moment. But first, we start with Shannon Bream, who has the latest on voting trends with our Fox News voter analysis. Hi, Shannon.
Hey, Martha. Well, we've got tons of interesting survey results to share with you. We're talking to voters in 8 of the states that are holding contests tonight. As you know, it is early in the night, so a reminder to everyone, these numbers will probably change. But let's dig in. There is a tug of war in the Democratic Party between fundamentally changing, just revamping Washington and going back.
And if you think about the folks in California, they had always held this primary night in June, and they wanted to change it, so they moved it up to tonight, thinking they could crown a king or a queen, and perhaps they will, or perhaps we're in for a long battle toward Milwaukee in mid-July. Martha and Brett, back downstairs.
Great delegates. It gives tonight more weight than it's even had in the past.
Look, think about this. 4 years ago at this time.
Virginia polls are about to close, so we're going to have some actual numbers. Closing at 7 o'clock, just a few minutes away as people cast their votes. Quick break. We'll be right back with more from Fox News.
We are moments away from the first polls closing of Super Tuesday, a huge night, and we're just getting in numbers that seem to show.
Peter, in basketball, no question about
you can
it.
silence Mr. Sunday. All right, 2, 1, here we go.
Let's see. It is 7 o'clock on the East Coast, and polls have now closed in 2 of the 14 Super Tuesday states, voting in Virginia and in Vermont. The Fox News decision desk can now project that former
the turnaround there. But Sanders is heavily favored to win his home state of Vermont, although we do not yet have enough data there to project him the winner in Vermont.
So Virginia has 99 delegates. Still too early to tell how many of those will go to Joe Biden until we find out who comes in second and third. Vermont has 16 delegates.
Let's bring in our panel at conclusion. Even though he's at 6.7%, that will change dramatically shortly. Let's check in where things stand on the path to the nomination with Bill Hemmer at the Billboard.
Hey, Brett, good evening again. If you told me you were going to call Virginia before Vermont tonight, I mean, who would have thought that, right? Just trying to look at a little bit of the numbers coming in right now. We were really around the 1 mile mark. After tonight, we're going to be very close to the 13-mile mark of this marathon campaign. So that's your opening mark. And throughout the night, we'll move through the delegate count here on Super Tuesday, the first Tuesday in March. And at 11 p.m., that's when California closes.